Welcome everybody. My name's Dale Rickert and I'm the head of conference for the Greentech Festival taking place on the 17th of June in Berlin. And it's my pleasure today to welcome Holger Hampf, who's the Global President for Designworks, which is an initiative from BMW, who will be a speaker for our Moving the Right Way segment in the conference. Welcome. Thanks so much for being involved.
Hi Dale, thanks for having me.
Great, yeah. Look, we were just having a conversation before the interview and you were saying some very interesting things about, I guess, your personal take on what it means to be moving the right way. What does moving the right way as a statement, I guess, mean to you?
I feel that many industries are at an inflection point of asking themselves that question: where do we move, and what's a good direction for our operation and for our company? So design gets this question more often than ever before to help and to advise companies with the direction. And I think there is an inherent connection between design and a provocative, positive way of thinking about the future, and determining that way for companies. It is almost as if design is very good in helping to transform. So I'm not saying that companies are now at the point where they choose a direction that is very different from where they have been going. But it certainly feels like moving the right way is a more relevant question than ever before. It seems to be that it is also about changing direction or adapting a slightly different path when it comes to commitment to the environment and the planet. So super interesting time for design to serve as an advisor and to hear these questions from many industries around us, including obviously companies like BMW, transportation, mobility related businesses.
Great. And it's something, when you think about the word design in terms of just the pure meaning that for me sits behind the word design, it has a lot to do with intention. When you design something, you have an intention about creating a result. What's in the culture, or in the what we say, what's in the water within Designworks that makes your approach special?
I think I always put design less on the side of designing beautiful things, aesthetics, and more on the side of problem solving. I think design is very good in analyzing certain states of services, of products, and of clients, and immediately start thinking about what needs to be changed to make this a better offering, more attractive to a customer or a user, improve usability and so on. So it is really a discipline of problem solving, I believe. And there is definitely something intentional about it. It is kind of, I think, reflected in the phases design goes through. We very often think that we get a design brief and start sketching the next moment, and there's the solution. It is not that at all. It is actually a phase of analysis, a phase of observation of how people are kind of behaving in a current state, during a current state. If you think again about mobility, research and observation always kicks off a good design program. And that's kind of building intention towards a solution or a solution for a problem.
Yeah. Speaking, I guess, a bit more about the mobility side of things, it's something where really we're underway for a huge transformation in the way society interacts and moves. What are some of the new findings internally within your organization that you would like to see come into reality?
Yeah, many things. It's a multifaceted topic. I think number one, and Designworks as a company has said this, I claim this, that it is all a question of understanding a larger system. With BMW, we have a parent company that is very, very good in what they do, and that is individual mobility, offering kind of premium mobility for you as a user. And you can buy their products, you can lease them, you can use them, absolutely. But when it comes to mobility in its larger sense, we see how interconnected things are, and how important it is to understand mobility as a larger overarching challenge, how to move people and goods around. And that includes, obviously, not only the road, but rail, air, water. So Designworks is first of all trying to understand kind of the system in its complexity and at least kind of map it out a bit better. That's number one. Number two, I would say that we're moving from an aesthetics and from a styling point of view in automotive, where it was all about the product and the material, to a process and behavior story. And I want to explain that a little further. I think design, again, was always tasked to kind of design beautiful vehicles that people, kind of develop a desire towards. And that's, I would say, still very important, because the car is such an important object to extend people's personality, and to, there's a lot of identification going on here. However, when you listen to BMW at this point of time, they're also refocusing away from just looking at the object, to understanding their role in the greater mobility challenge. And certainly individual mobility will play a role, but it is more so about the process of how you go about things, how you anticipate the future as an organization, and how do you see yourself as an organization in that greater challenge of mobility future.
Yeah.
So, and that's also very exciting.
It's fantastic. And it's interesting, there's so many different sides to the way it's changing the way people experience life as well, and experience design, actually, because there's something for me. I can't afford to own a BMW, but I can now, as a Drive Now member, I can jump in a beautiful new BMW and drive across the town, and that's something that wasn't really possible in the past. So it has incredible opportunity, I think, for really changing that experience of design and making it more democratic.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this is very much about access. Here in the US, for example, when it comes to sustainability and circularity, we revisit something that is not new at all, and that is kind of the importance of balancing economical, ecological, and social aspects of a system, let's say. And all of a sudden we come to the point that mobility and transportation is very much about social justice, and getting students to school every day through transportation and mobility. So I think it really is a shift. It is not only about making profits and selling more of the product that you that you have on offer, but really to make sure that you have an impact on sociological aspects in this world with your product, with what you do.
Yeah.
So this is also what interests me in the conference in June, is like I do hope, and there are many interesting speakers that you have listed, that we look at this system all together, and tackle it from many different directions.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and I'm really glad to have you there as well. In fact, on that note, is there something that you personally want to take out of being involved? I mean, there aren't many physical events on these days, so to speak. Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, I'm absolutely looking forward to it. As a matter of fact, it will be, if everything goes right, and I knock on wood, it will be my first event, a live event, speaking event, after a year and a half of, mostly working from home. So coming to Berlin and meeting some other speakers, yeah, I'm very excited about it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But what to get out of it? Really, there are many other interesting speakers as well. They don't come from mobility, but one topic I'm personally very interested in is energy. and kind of, how to not only produce renewable and sustainable energy, but how to store it. So many good speakers in the lineup.
Fantastic. Well, great. Thanks so much, Holger Hampf, Global President for DesignWorks, and we really look forward to welcoming you in Berlin personally. And I'm also tapping on wood, as the Germans say. And if you'd like to get more details about his session or about the festival, we'll put them in our comment section. Thanks so much for listening for the Meet the Speaker series, and we look forward to seeing you in Berlin on the 17th of June. This is Dale Rickert.
Thank you very much for having me.
Festival. Thanks so much.
Super. Thank you. Thank you.